Hey everyone, welcome to another figure review. Let's get right into the video. Hey everyone, here is another figure review. I did a lot of stop motion on the channel, like Superman Rising, Spider-Man vs. Venom, all those. But I feel like I needed to do another figure review just to keep it consistent, because I don't want you guys to think that I'm not going to do them. I'll try to do as many as I can. Some of the figures are a little pricey in the Sonic line, but I could start doing other figures, maybe even minifig reviews. So, with the intro aside, let's get right into the video. So, first of all, this guy came with no accessories, just the figure, which is fine. But, like, the sad thing is I didn't get the Flames of Disaster Knuckles, because that has the almost the greatest accessory you could put in a Knuckles figure. Like, that was amazing. Yeah, but this was the one I could find at Walmart. That's where I buy all of my Sonic figs. Besides the one Shadow I got off of eBay. But that does mean I got it new, so he comes with a box. So I'll just move Knuckles aside here so we can take a look at the box. And I'll adjust the camera here. So we have Knuckles right there. Jakks Pacific right there, the maker. And then we have the same box art from Supersonic. And this is like through all the figures. Moving to the back, speaking of Supersonic, there he is on the back. Shadow and Chow Mascot Tails. Knuckles has 22 points of articulation, some boring lettering up here that I don't know if anyone reads at all, and then a nice picture of the figure on the back. So let's set the box aside. Bringing Knuckles back in here. So, yeah, let's just get right into detail. So his head is huge, like, it is heavy and huge. Surprisingly, I think because of his big feet, he's not even that top heavy as Shadow was. So, yeah. Moving around, we have his like hanging down quills all around. His eyes have the purple, pink, whatever irises in his eyes. And then a nice smirk. And unlike the figures I've reviewed, Knuckles has a different nose, more like, it's like less pointy out, and it's more flat, I guess. So now moving down to the torso, we have his like crescent moon, white fur on his chest. Moving to the back, we have a massive tail, no back spikes unlike the others. Moving back around, we have these crazy arms. Well, I shouldn't really say the arms. The gloves are what really stand out, man. These things are amazing. Like the spikes, they're so huge. Like if I bring in my minifig right here, like that's a good comparison. Like it's the size of like almost his legs and his torso combined. So that's just, I'll show you some comparisons with my other figures later on in the video, so stay tuned for those. Moving down to the legs, just some regular red right there. But then these shoes are crazy. Like they're so well detailed. And even the bottoms are detailed, which seems to be consistent with these figures. They do really good detail under there. And then we have his like green shoe cuff up there for his work boots. Some great stitching detail and coloring. And we have his 2x3 Lego bricks. And just to clarify, Lego does not connect to them. Trust me, I tried. So, that's the details. So let's get into articulation. So starting with the head, it's very, very limited because of these quills. So you can't really move it at all. Not even up and down really. So that's like locked in place. Moving down to the torso, you have a tiny crunch and it can a tiny go back. Moving to the arms, you have a swivel. Surprisingly, not a butterfly joint. Or there might, I think there is, but it's hard because of these quills again. Limit articulation. Bend at the elbow, swivel, and then his hands can open up like the other figures. Moving down to the legs, bend at the knee, swivel, and with this figure, his shoes cannot move up or down. Yeah, really limited articulation with this figure. I'm surprised they still consider him to have 22 points. Maybe that's just how they see it because the joints are there. They're just not all functional. So that's the articulation. So I haven't done this in a video yet, but I thought I would bring in some comparisons like I said in the beginning of the video. Because this figure is so much different than the molds I've reviewed, I think he deserves some comparisons just so you can see how he compares. First up, we have Shadow the Hedgehog. Control! And as you can see, just I was talking about the hands, like that comparison is crazy. And then their heads are actually pretty similar, but Knuckles has good height. I would say that's like a centimeter more. And yeah, like you can see the torso, like Knuckles has more of a triangle body, like a Dorito. And while Shadow has that more round Sonic body. Speaking of Sonic, let's bring in the main man here on screen. Yup, there he is, the blue blur, the fastest creature in the universe. It's Sonic the Hedgehog. And I had to really include him because, how can you not? I haven't reviewed Sonic yet. He is definitely next. How could I not review him if I do Sonic reviews? And I explained this in the beginning, how I didn't want to do Sonic just because he's so much like Shadow and Supersonic. I mean, there's obviously differences, but, yeah, that's like, so, yeah. He's coming next. Don't worry, I will get him. Okay, so, Sonic's really the same, and so is Supersonic. If I had Tails, that would be a good comparison, because Tails has a different body as well. And so that's the comparisons. Thank you all for watching. I also wanted to say we just hit 30 subscribers, and I'm so happy. And I wanted to thank all of you because you are mainly responsible for views, subscribers. I just make the content. So thank you so much for that. I highly, highly appreciate it. So what do I think about this figure? I highly recommend him. The only con that I could really think of is the articulation. Depending on how you want to have dynamic poses or not, I'd say Sonic and Shadow definitely have that capability. But Knuckles, he's a great display piece. You can have tons of fun with him like I have. Yeah, so I still do recommend him, even though with those limits of articulation. So this is my review. If this video hits 300 views or not, doesn't really matter. I'll do Sonic like I said I would, but I'd just like to push this video a little more, get some encouragement. So That's my review on Knuckles. Hope you enjoyed.
I'm not asking you twice, Knuckles. Where is the Master Emerald?
Huh?